Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video. Before we get started, just make sure to follow along with me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all that fun stuff. Now, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know yesterday was a little bit crazy. I tried to do a live stream on YouTube. So many tech issues. YouTube was just giving me so much trouble. So I ended up doing it on Twitter. So for those of you who tuned in on Twitter, I genuinely appreciate it. I'm sorry that it didn't work out the way that I wanted to. It was really frustrating, but nonetheless, still a really crazy day. I mean, we saw a trade that sent DeAndre Hopkins to the Cardinals. Conklin signed with the Cleveland Browns. Then, of course, Joe Thuney early in the day got brought back to the Patriots. And this morning, the biggest bomb of them all, Tom Brady's leaving. Where he's going, we don't know just yet. But Tom Brady is no longer with the New England Patriots, which I guess is a good thing for the New York Jets. I say that and I'm shrugging because I don't know how that's going to genuinely affect this team when you're on pace to probably go 7-9 next year. But it is nice that the Tom Brady era is finally over. Sorry to the Patriots fans out there. The Jets were rather quiet yesterday. The only guy they signed was offensive tackle George Fant, and they signed him to a 3-year, $30 million deal with $13.7 million of guaranteed money. And if you're like me, you're probably saying, who? Who the hell is that? He was the 57th ranked tackle by Pro Football Focus. He was with the Seattle Seahawks the last few years. He was signed as an undrafted free agent in 2016. He missed 2017 with a torn ACL, and he has been a spot starter for them over that time. I'm lukewarm on this signing. I guess we'll start with the bad. I would have preferred a bigger name like Conklin, especially because he only got 14 and change, which is reasonable, as people were going to say, oh, he's getting $18 million, which I always thought was a little bit on the crazy side, but he ended up getting like 14 and a half, something like that. I would have really liked Glasgow. I would have preferred Brian Balaga over him or Jason Peters over Fant, but I don't think it's a terrible option. I know some fans and some media members were going absolutely berserk on Twitter. I don't know if it's that bad, but there are definitely some negative sides, which I will start with his lack of experience. He's 27 years old, and he's only started 14 games over the last 2 years. He's played in 16 each of the last two, but only started 7. He was benched on a really bad Seattle Seahawks offensive line. He did come back and play a little bit and was pretty productive, and I'm going to show you, some film later on that's going to be some of the positives. But for me, I think when you're looking at the bad, it's that they passed up or weren't able to get guys like Conklin, and we're banking on, I guess, Joe Thuney being there. To me, if you ask me, that was their plan. They're going to sign Thuney, sign a guy like Fant, which, I mean, that would have made it a little bit more palpable. But at the end of the day here, Thuney never hit the market, so Fant being the only signing so far at the time of recording this on Tuesday morning isn't great. That is definitely something that's not great. And one of the things I mentioned, that he is 27 years old and doesn't have a ton of experience, is he's still really raw. To me, that's on the negative side as well. He could be molded, but at 27 years old, he should be in the prime of his career, and the Jets probably needed someone who is 100% reliable, not a project, which is why I'm on the signing. Now for the good. The tape is really good. We could get into some of it now. He demolishes Nick Bosa. He had a really good game against the 49ers. He's strong, and he has physical, and he has physicality. He was a basketball player. He's a big dude. There's definitely some upside there, but that doesn't go without any risk. There is definitely risk involved in this signing. It makes sense why it is risky. Again, he is kind of a project. Do I trust Joe Douglas's evaluations of offensive linemen? I think I do. This doesn't mean that takes them out of the running of drafting a tackle 11th overall. I think that is still the plan. I'm assuming that they want Fant to be the left tackle for 2020. Whoever they draft 11 will play on the right side. I would expect the Jets to sign at least one interior offensive lineman, if not two today, and then potentially attack that position in the draft as well. I'm not ready to sit here and kill the Jets so far for their free agency. It's still early. Yes, they've been quiet. They haven't done anything egregious. They haven't done anything really all that great either. I'm just pretty lukewarm on it. I want to kind of wait and see before I make a final decision, but I just wanted to get a video up there on the signing because that was the biggest story from day one of free agency for the New York Jets. I would have liked it to be a little bit more flashy, I guess, but I don't know. I think Adam Gase being here and everything that went down last year with like Osemele and Quincy Enunwa and Luke Falk, the grievances, I don't think that helps in terms of trying to get guys to come here. You got to overpay for them to come in, and I don't think they were looking to do that. We'll see what they do today and through the rest of free agency. It's going to be a crazy day, a lot of refreshing on Twitter, so make sure you tune into what I got to say over there. And for now, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary. I'll talk to you next time.